Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakwal dub honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Grimstone rule well, and the Akim tried the falcons of the earth, preaching the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai in sincerity and truth and diligence of mind, is brother Nash DC camp. Yeah, so the famine of the word is coming up, so you already understand the signs that are about to take place, and also the signs that already evident, all right, before that time of the famine of the word, becomes really, really evident, all right. So everything's gonna go into a fast pace, right? The elites are gonna have to move quickly, all right, because they have to make sure they add enough fuel to the fire, make sure that everything's done rapidly, at what you call the operation warp speed. Yeah, so here you see on the screen, so-called black woman claiming that she had to walk through a protest, or since they're having a protest in our neighborhood. But she doesn't really get it, man, that we're going into some terrible times. And, things are not going to return to the so-called normal that they once thought was. All right. And it's going to get uglier. All right. This happened in Los Angeles. Yeah, so this is just a warm-up exercise, for these Edomites, man, that laid hands on her. And hey, the Lord is not a respecter of persons. When all hell's about to break loose, the Most High is going to unleash. So let me read a precept real quick from the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 12. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." And that's exactly what happens, man. Discretion is it's a gem to have in these last days, man. Or in these days and times, to have discretion. It's like you just won the jackpot, and it's really really helpful. Okay, when you use your discretion at the appropriate time, you save yourself a lot of headache and unnecessary confrontation. All right, that's one thing a lot of women don't really understand, man. Because women are not really spiritual. Okay, when they drink that Babylonian juice, they think that the constitutional rights trumps the word of the Lord, and then they get the rude awakening. All right, so let me just play the precept real quick. All right, see how she gets jacked up and judged. And she got to give her so-called 2 cents.
Town LA during a pro-Trump rally yesterday. This after people have come forward saying the attacks were racially motivated. CBS 2's Joy Benedict has more from downtown.
This last week.
What may have started as a peaceful demonstration in downtown Los Angeles didn't end that way yesterday. And today, new heartbreaking images are surfacing from what many are calling racially motivated attacks during a rally in support of President Donald Trump.
I don't understand what's going on with the world. I'm saddened by it. I'm heartbroken by it.
Berlinda Nebo is the woman seen in these photos being assaulted.
It's a shame that I can't walk down my street anymore.
She says she was walking near the demonstration when she started being harassed by protesters.
I'm walking by and they're yelling at me because of my color, calling me the N-word, calling me the B-word, saying all lives matter, black lives doesn't matter.
Nebo says she yelled back, and the crowd started following her, and then it turned violent.
He goes and smacks me in the face, and then all of them start trying to jump me, and then people jump in.
These images were captured by freelance photojournalist Raquel Natalikio.
When they started pushing her around, this other woman that was a Trump supporter came up to her and ripped her wig off. Obviously, at that point, she began to try to defend herself.
Natalikio.
Yeah, so just imagine, man, more of this is going to happen, and there's nothing 911 can do to prevent it, because yeah, man, these officers are tired of going for this unnecessary calls, man. Let the people duke it out. Because the officer realized he has his own family after he saw what took place on the Capitol on the 6th of January 2021. Now he understands that, hey, every man for himself, okay? So at the end of the day, man, a lot of folks will have to wise up and handle that situation right there. If they can't take the heat, don't start no problems, all right? And that's one thing that a lot of people are not going to realize, all right, until it's damn too late, okay? And then that's one thing, the Lord always tell people, the famine of the world is coming. This is the best time to get right, all right? You're going to struggle, but at the end of the day, you have to draw that line when it's time to let go of the cares of this world. So the book of Amos chapter 8 verse 11 tells you, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, not a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the men of the Lord will not be on the streets anymore, man, to warn our people and tell our people what to do. All right, they'll have to go figure it out themselves. And that's one thing, that a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand the value of this gospel while it's out there on the highways and byways for them to get at their, at the tip of their fingers. All right, even to go online. So just imagine when the famine really hits. No advice, man. No spiritual advice on how they need to conduct themselves. All right, everything's going to be based on fear and animosity. All right, and that's how they're going to get, jacked up. They're going to fall into the hands of the system, and it's going to be hilarious, man. When the Lord begins to move on our people and begin to judge the world, and it's just going to be terrible for them. Okay, so the Lord will have a last laugh in those days, and that's why we tell our people, it's the best time to get diligent and be serious about repenting and holding on to the words of the Lord. So the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 13, it says, Therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. Okay, so they won't be able to find the man of the Lord. All right, the internet will be, heavily restricted. All right, and the man of the Lord will not be on the highways and byways preaching the gospel. So it's just gonna be for a select few. Those that happen to come across the man of the Lord, and that the Lord destined them to get this knowledge. They're gonna get it. That's how it's gonna be. All right, it's not as if you're gonna be standing in front of a huge crowd with all those eyeballs. That's gonna be a rare thing in those days. Okay, so our people need to wake up, man. So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans need to wake up, man. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer the same fate as this woman, man. You're gonna get stumped out, and there's not gonna be a interviewer to tell your side of the story. All right, no interviews, no giving your 2 cents, no recoveries, no empathy. You're just gonna be there, as dung on the street. And the scripture talks about that. In fact, let me get that precept real quick. All right, and let's see. It's gonna be from the book of Jeremiah. All right, Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 33. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from the one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Is that clear? All right. It shall, gonna be like trash. When you watch all those movies from a failed society, that's exactly what it's gonna be like. Those dead bodies piling up on the ground, nobody to collect them, nobody to bury them, and all that stuff. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. And that precept be from the book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. All right, so it says that I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early, and this is the best time to seek the Lord. All right, the doors of mercy are shutting down, so slowly, and very soon it's going to be shut completely. All right, so this is the best time for our people to wake up and get this knowledge. All right, so this video is just gonna be brief. All right, because man, I mean, got other things, to research into. All right, so just gotta pray that Lord Shima Kwakwadash, have mercy on you this last days, man, because it's gonna be really, really brutal. All right, upon the face of the earth. And then final precept, just from the book of Psalms 110 verse 3 says, Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness, from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of their youth. So when they see the power of the Lord, shaking down society, they're going to have to get in line. And that's it's going to be for one third of our people. They're going to realize that the men of the Lord have always been on point concerning the scriptures, right, concerning prophecies, and then they're going to remember what the man of the Lord said, all those notes that they took down, right, in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and the name of the Lord Yahweh, and all those little recordings they have stashed somewhere, they're going to go find it real quick. All right, so that's just the point that I can, just like the book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 12 tells you, the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and is punished. And that's all it's about in these last days, man. The men of the Lord are going to have to, learn to just accept that they can no longer go out there on the highways and byways. They can no longer upload videos. All right, all they'll be left to do is just, hey, read the scriptures and pray, All right, seeking their own salvation with fear and trembling. And that's the point that I can hope you've been edified. We're going to go through some really, really bitter times. And, just accept the journey. All right, Shalom.